Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Romana Banana and this is Aurora 4X, our space strategy game. And we're back on the 24th of February 2059, so it's about a month later than the last episode. Because I think we ran into another fight and I said, I do this off camera because it's just so boring to watch 5-second increments. And believe me, it was. I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes watching some YouTube videos on my second monitor while I was constantly just clicking 30 day, 30 day, 30 day. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, really. So, yeah, it seems like being not alone in this universe leads to a lot of, I don't know, a lot of slow periods. Somehow, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, and it's just way easier to just have time flow in a bit faster fashion, I guess. Anyways, what we wanted to do, or what we are waiting for actually, is mostly our research to finish. We want longer range ships. We want to explore beyond 40 Eridani, if you remember. That's the system that is actually 2 jumps away. So we have to go to Wolf 359 and then to 40 Eridani. Boom, there we are. And we just, just plop out here. And there are 2 really nice planets that we like to visit or, put some bases on, or some colonies on. That's what we want to do, more or less. Also, if we are capable, and this will take a while until we are, if we're capable of doing it, we want to jump through the jump point 2 and jump point 1 and basically explore a triple jump system. I just made this term up. It's not. I don't know if anybody else calls it a triple jump system. I just did. On the other hand, we have Barnard Star over here, where our GSV Gravwave, who was stuck in space for, I don't know, years maybe, is working again, and they found 2 extra jump points, so we could go through here next. Just let me measure the distance before I send some people to, some unexplored systems again, or too far away so they don't actually can come back. It looks actually pretty alright. It's 2.6 billion. 2.6 billion, okay, let's just keep that in mind. 2.6 billion. Back to Sol. Earth should be somewhere around this yellow mess. Okay, Barnard Star is somewhere over there. It's actually quite far. Ah! Come on! Stupid focus. That should be Earth here. Yeah. So that's Earth. Let's measure the distance. So that's another 3.6 million, 3.6 billion kilometers. So we are at somewhat around 6 billion. That's fine enough. Let's do it. Let's shoot for the stars. Wait a second. Do we have our... No, it was the Horizon's Edge who got stuck in space. Yeah, right. It was those guys. Those guys got stuck. Why is your morale still so low? You had a shore leave. I'm sure you had your shore leave. Interesting. So how is our jump shipyard, our jump survey group doing? The maintenance is up, the morale is full. I think we sent them out. I think we do. So let's add the Horizon's Edge, Procurator class, move them over. And nope, I don't need to close it. I can give orders from right here. Haha, this time I remembered. Usually I just yeah, do stupid stuff. We're going to Barnard Star via a standard transit, because we can. There's a jump gate there. And we're going to jump point 2 and go for a squadron transit. because then the Illuminator class, that's the command ship, needs to provide a jump for all of us. Alright, looks good. And once you actually to turn off the active sensors. I think that should be... that's a good idea. Alright, 30 days, let's do it. Oh, look at that. Although not currently assigned to a research project, scientist Kai Anderson has studied and increased his research bonus. Well done, he studied hard even. Huh, missed that. Good guy. That's what you want to see. Oh no. A long... I don't like it when you have a long... Oh, did we jump? Yes, we jumped a month. Great. It's so much better when you jump months and not just 5 seconds. Take a look at Mars again, just to make sure. So we're providing quite a lot of oxygen at the moment. It's a bit much, come to think of it. I mean, what do we have on Earth? It's, what's 75-25? Something like that? No, it's 78-22 or so. In percentage, of course. We have a little bigger atmospheric pressure. Usually on sea level you have about 1 atmospheric pressure. Let's add this gas, but let's go to a safe greenhouse gas. And let's go to 0.1. Sorry, 0.01. Let's go. I want to raise the temperature, the surface temperature up a little bit more. I mean, we are, since it is breathable in this configuration, why not start warming it up now? I think that should be okay. And if we do that, what happens now is we basically decrease the percentage of oxygen and nitrogen, because we provide another. Oh, look at that! We provide another gas. So in that case, we lose percentages because, you know, the absolute value gets higher. Yeah, I guess you get it. So I don't want to pronounce this. It's Ophi. Oh, forget it. I don't want to. It's a K star. It's a K1-5. Interesting. Let's type it into Google and let's see what they tell us about it. 70. I won't. That's just absolutely not possible to pronounce. Ophiuchi, maybe? 16.6 light years away from Earth. A magnitude 4, it appears as a dim visible star. Oh, it's a dim star visible to the naked eye, away from city lights. Interesting, it's a binary star, we know that, because it did 2. Let's just open up the system view. There we go. There are no planets, and there are 3 at the second one. Interesting. So this is a K1 star in the spectral class. Interesting. It's about them. They're both actually pretty close to the mass of the sun. Yeah, well, not really. I mean, that one is 80%, but only 40% of the luminosity, 66% of the mass, but only about 20% of its luminosity. That's not even that great. That's pretty low, actually. So we would need to be rather close to it to have a good surface temperature. And from the looks of it, we have some planets that are pretty darn close. When you look at the surface temperatures, they're pretty hot. Holy cow. Oh yeah, sulfur dioxide, that's great. We all like that. And a pretty high pressure as well. So that's kind of Venus-like, isn't it? I'm not sure. You know, sometimes I just blurt out stuff that I think might be true. And yeah, then it happens that it isn't. So, yeah. It's interesting. So we have some details. It's not really an interesting system, is it? It's a binary star. The primary star is a yellow-orange main sequence star. The secondary star is a orange, or an orange main sequence dwarf of K4. Interesting. They have different... maybe they got reclassed or something? Because according to Wikipedia, yeah, sure, never cite Wikipedia, I know, blah blah. This one is actually a K4, and this one is a K0 spectral class. Interesting, interesting. Oh well. Nothing really nothing too interesting for us actually. I don't know why I spend so much time here. We have the colony cost is just way too high. I mean, look at this planet over here. Surface temperature of 750 degrees Celsius. That is pretty darn high. And once again, I will convert it for our American viewers. 752 degrees Celsius. I mean, I personally, I won't do it. I just type it into... yeah, the internet. Let it solve it for me. So we have this here has 1387.4 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're interested in that. And the other one, let me just do it as well because I'm already doing it, so why not? So that one has 2069.6 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty darn hot. And that's actually a higher gravity than Earth. I mean, I didn't even talk about the gas giant, but who cares about gas giants? I mean, seriously. Nobody does. Alright. Boring. Nothing to get, nothing to gain. That was just one part, that was the explore part of the 4X. There's nothing to exploit, nothing to exterminate. Well, maybe there... Nah, no, there is nothing to exterminate here. There's nothing to exterminate here, let's be real. So, who cares? Let's get the hell out of here. Let's move to jump point. Let's move to the other jump point and move to there. Let's do this. I think there's nothing here. Come on. I wouldn't even use the 4th X and expand here because it sucks. So, well, at least one. At least one. We can cross off one X, which is rather weird to do because if we cross off an X, it's just the same thing, right? It's a really weird name, though. Oh, there we are. Oh, crap. That is not good. There are what? 1, 2, 3, 4 wrecks of an unknown class, and looking from the tonnage, it is somewhat in a range that we could use, or we have. Wait a second, what is LP? Oh, right, I think that's a Lagrange point. Lagrange point. Should practice my French. I think they give you no, not interstellar, but, you know, inter-solar system jumps. I think you can jump from one point to another by, you know, moving here and then jumping over there. It's just like the jump points that lead you to other systems. It's just intra-solar. Yeah, intra-solar. I think that's the correct thing. Because, you know, inter would mean that it's between systems, and intra would mean that it's in one system. Whatever. Who cares? You can jump inside this system from one point to another. It doesn't matter. So there we go. It's Gliese 563.2. So let's ask the internet about this system. Interesting. Huh. That doesn't exist. No, it doesn't. Weird. Are these... Wait a second, let's just zoom in. No, interesting. So if you type in Gliese, you get... Or Gliese 5, you get 581, 581C, D, 555, 570, 504. Weird. Oh yeah, Wilhelm Gliese. 1915 to 1993, a German astronomer best known for the Gliese catalogue of nearby stars. That would make sense. That would make sense. Published a catalogue. Interesting. So maybe this is actually... They just pulled out a name. Maybe it's not really... Maybe it's not real. I mean... Could be. Let's try this again. This 563. Ah, there we go. Maybe it just has another name. Seems to be a little bit more... Yeah, it seems to be a little bit... well, a little bit unknown. Not really unknown, but it's not really that popular or that interesting from the looks of it. I mean, some things that you can find. Nothing too major though. Oh, whatever, let's just look at this. And this is actually all that we need. And I'm sorry that I once again babble about things that actually don't matter. So yeah, Gliese 563.2A1. You have a 2M, 2 stars, actually. That's interesting, because I think from the stellar classification point, M stars are, yeah, the most common ones, so you would see those a lot. Class M stars are by far the most common. About 76% of the main sequence stars of the solar neighborhood are Class M stars. They're pretty low mass. They're pretty, well, let's say, dim. Really low luminosity. I think it should be low, not high. Yeah, there it is. Because Class M stars have such low luminosities, none of them are bright enough to be visible with the naked eye. Or unaided eye, as it is actually called here. But look at those planets. Great. Those are great. A surface temperature of 80 degrees Celsius is a little bit bad. I think that's above temperature where... Well, let's just see. I think you could cook an egg or fry an egg on 80 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure though. You would have 176 degrees Fahrenheit on this planet. And this one is on the colder side. This is just a little bit further out. That's at Mars surface temperature, I think. We have only trace atmosphere. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit colder. As you can see, it's freaking cold. And then we would have a moon of a gas giant. Interesting. And the second sun over here has another terrestrial, actually 3 terrestrial planets, and this one looks very promising. The pressure is freaking low though. But look at the atmospheric composition. It's great. You have actually liquid water over there. With 6.2 degrees Celsius surface temperature, that's about as cool as your refrigerator. I don't need to convert this. 6 degrees Celsius is about your refrigerator. If it's on a medium setting, usually. Sometimes you have 4 degrees Celsius, but that's a little bit colder. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. And we found this. But where's the second sun, actually? Where is the second sun? So that's the first. Is it close? No. Is it really far out? Oh, it is really far out. There we go. How far is this actually? Whoops. Did they just fly into the sun? Are they just Icarus type guys that just spread their wings and try to fly to the sun, too close to the sun? Just exploded there, idiots. We can't go there anyways. It's 93 billion kilometers, and our maximum range is 36, so that's way too far. Can we zoom on this? No, it seems like that they died, or that the wrecks are on a planet. It's on B2. Let's take a look. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. No, they are actually on B2. Interesting. Let's open this again. Let's take a look at B2. I do think that B2 was the one that had liquid water. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I am kind of... I'm kind of convinced. I wouldn't say I'm really convinced about this, but I do think that we have precursors there. I think this here is a dangerous place. Looking at the wrecks, looking at this as a terrestrial planet with liquid water, which makes it a pretty much Earth-like planet, it would make it a prime candidate for precursors. This is not good for 3 reasons. 1, there's precursors in a double jump system. 2, there must be aliens around here somewhere. Judging from the wrecks, they have sent some pretty serious warships to this place. And pretty serious is, I mean, 40,000 tons is pretty big, considering that ours are, I think, at 16,000 tons or something like that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's take a look at the Illuminator class or the Javelin class. No, 10,000 tons. See, so they sent ships that were 4 times bigger. So we have frigates. That's most likely a cruiser then. I think it's the next upgrade. Is it? Yeah, maybe. So these are bigger ships, definitely bigger ships. To 20,000, or somewhere around 20,000 tons, one lighter ship that could be, you know, a heavier corvette or something like that. So I don't know if this is a good place to go, even though it would be nice. I don't know if it's a good place to go. Also, those ships must have a huge range, because the closest jump point is down here, which is still about 80 billion kilometers away. Maybe that's why they're so big, because they need a lot of fuel, and most of their tonnage is because of fuel. That could be the case, of course, but still, I think it's time to get nervous, guys. It's time to get nervous. That's not where I wanted to zoom. Can I please just? I just kind of lost my positioning a little bit, my orientation, which is bad. Alright, one thing that we could do, turn on the sensors. And I think that's something that we do in the next episode, because we're pretty far into this one. Alright, so we still have 30 billion kilometers range to use, and we're in a system that is just 2 away from our beloved Sol system. And we found something that is most likely a precursor place, or, you know, a place guarded by precursor ships. So if you like what you saw, then please consider pressing the like button. It helps out a great deal, and I really do hope that I see you in the next episode when we turn on the sensors in this weird place and hopefully are close enough to the jump point to escape any danger. So, thanks for watching, and as always, auf Wiedersehen.